Hello, welcome to Nothing Cast. We haven't done one of these in a
Or
while.
yeah, it's been a long time. I'm thinking the last one was probably Avatar 2, I think. Might have been.
Yeah, I think that's
Electric
right.
Boogaloo or
Uh-huh.
Blue Galoo or whatever you had as the
Something
like
like
baby
that.
thumbnail
Yeah.
for that one. Yeah. But we're talking about Mission Impossible today because we saw the new one when that came out
Yes.
and everyone posted their reviews a month ago.
So
Whenever
we're just in time.
yeah, but we're just we've just come around we've just figured out how to coordinate this. So now
Yeah.
we're doing it. We're talking about all the movies. Do you want to talk about like? Were you thinking like chronological we go through, or we just kind of talk about the new one initially? Like, what's
Um,
your,
right now I
or
have
we
them
just
lined up chronologically.
okay? We'll go into it
Okay,
chronological then.
sounds
Yeah.
good.
And before I heard the statement about the franchise, and I think it's so funny.
Right.
I was watching some videos about Mission Impossible stuff, and one of them called they called Christopher McQuarrie the David Yates of the Mission Impossible franchise. And there's no other franchise I can think of in which
That's
there are 8 movies,
yeah.
the first four directed by different directors, and
Yeah.
the last four all
Four.
directed by the same director, and the last two movies are number seven split into two movies.
Yeah, that's
It's so
exactly
oddly
right.
specific, it's probably never going to happen again
Yeah,
in history.
yeah. Specifically, David Yates did
Yeah.
the Harry Potter movies, or the last
Yeah, he
four.
did. He did the last four Harry
Yeah,
Potter movies and the first four Harry Potter. Like
yeah,
it's
yeah. That's
actually
so
so
funny.
close. Mission Impossible's closest franchise relative,
Comparison. Yeah,
as far as scope, is Harry Potter
yeah,
right now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Same number of movies
I know
and the
Mission Impossible went over. It went over a longer period of time, and
yeah.
clearly wasn't planned to be 8 movies
No.
initially. Like it felt like they're just like, let's just see what happens. Like
Yeah, yeah,
each one feels like getting like a series that's being picked up by a new studio, like as if a TV. It almost feels like
yeah,
a tonal reboot in a
yeah.
way.
Every movie is both like
Yeah.
this could be the last one, or it's a fresh beginning.
It's we'll call them origins.
We're not sure.
Orange end, an orange end. I just made that up. An origin where it could be the first movie or it could be the last one.
Yeah, we're not sure.
At the end, it's like now they're the Mission
Yeah,
Impossible
yeah.
crew, and it's
Even the
but it's
last one
also
was
like
kind of like that, which is funny.
yeah, yeah. But anyway, so the first one, I distinctly remember. I think the first time I saw that was probably at our grandparents' house on VHS in that
Yeah,
little room
probably.
downstairs that we always stayed over in. And they had a lot of classic movies like that one.
Hmm.
And so that one I distinctly remember watching for the first time there. And I also remember that because memory is weird when you're a kid, but like the opening thing where the whole team like gets
Dies.
killed and stuff, like that
Hmm.
felt like such a big thing. I thought it was like I remembered it as like the end of a movie or something.
Oh
Like I
yeah.
thought it was not right. I didn't remember that being right at the
Oh, that's
beginning.
right at the
And
beginning.
I
Yeah.
might have mixed up what movie it was in too. Like for a while I remember seeing that but not attributing that memory to the first Mission Impossible.
Hmm.
Like it took me a while to put that all together. But yeah, that one it's quite good. I remember really liking it. And it's been a while since I've seen it,
Yeah.
but it's solid. Like
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, it's kind of cool how they do give you like a little bit of time with the with Hasta Lasagna, don't get any on ya, and
is that a Estevez?
that's Estevez, yeah. And those
Yeah,
guys,
and it's cool that it's like a legit name for the time. Like I think that would be pretty surprising to watch that in a theater. And it's like, oh, this is the team or whatever. It's like,
yeah.
wait, you just killed
Oh, then
Estevez and like
we killed most
John
of them off.
Voight and like all these
Yeah.
like like actual legit actors are. And I think that's such a cool thing to do. And I hope that the marketing material didn't give
I
away
know,
the
I don't
entire
think so.
premise. Which yeah, because that would have been really cool to see that in a theater. You know.
Hmm. Yeah. And like it's funny because it's one of those kind of like Fast and Furious where the first one is like kind of smaller, so much smaller in scale to some of the later
Right.
ones,
Right. Yeah.
where like the big
And then
scene
yeah, this yeah.
is just he gotta hang down on the ceiling and steal a
Yeah,
computer, and then that's the whole thing.
steal a computer. Did you even see the movie? Doesn't he have to?
He's gotta
He has to download the
he's
knock
gotta
list
he's gotta get the knock list
onto like a it's like a floppy
like on
disk or
a floppy
something, right?
disk or
Like
something. Yeah.
it's like a yeah, because it
Something
was
like
the
that.
'90s.
But yeah, like
And it's the same. It's the same thing in the new one. They have to put the bad guy onto a USB.
yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much what happens. But yeah, sorry, the first one. Yeah, and like the big stunt is like he runs away from some water. Like it's
Yeah.
like how the first Fast and Furious is like, oh, they drove under a truck. Like it's like the big stunt like wasn't like, you
Yeah.
know,
Wasn't insane.
as crazy as the franchise
Mhm.
goes.
Yeah.
It's almost the bones of like the formula, but not really quite. Like it's not even like, you know,
Yeah. It's
the
still
movie itself
finding
ages
its.
better because of the continuity that comes later, not because of anything the movie really does on its own. Like it doesn't.
Mhm.
It seems like its identity is more in its franchise than in and of itself. Like it could have just been one movie and been whatever, and kind of
Mhm.
lived and died in that era of filmmaking, being the 90s.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's pretty solid. I don't know. What do you want to call it? I have all the letters. Do you want to call it
Okay.
like A tier, B tier,
I'm thinking high B tier,
high B
like
tier? Sure,
because it's not.
that's
I
good
can't
for
think of
me.
anything like overly wrong with it. It's
Yeah,
just not like as good
yeah. It
as
just
the other
doesn't
ones.
blow
I
my
would say like
mind in the way that some of the
yeah,
later
yeah.
ones do.
Yeah, and there's some thing like I say most of the effects are really solid,
Hmm.
except for there's like
There's the
the
train
one
chase at
the
the end.
train explosion
Yeah.
near the end kind of looks dated, and like
Hmm.
when everything else looks incredible, like,
Yeah. Well,
in a
because pretty
sense,
much
like,
everything else
and really
is
has tested that. Yeah,
pretty much everything else is
is
practical.
practical.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but even
it
like,
looks good.
but even in the era of 90s CG, like the Jurassic Park T-Rex
Yeah, that
looks
looks great.
incredible, because and there's so many shots where it is CGI I didn't even realize, but it's because of how sparingly they use it, how they
Yeah,
do
they
it at
blend
night
it.
and when it's raining and like stuff like that to
They
kind of
blend it
hide
with
it, where
the
this one is
practical
like
stuff.
it's this one it's just like, oh, it's a helicopter in broad daylight, and it's very clearly not
Not really.
there. Like, yeah, it's very
Yeah.
clearly not real, and so I think that would it works
Yeah.
for that era, but it's not as timeless as other.
Hmm.
Obviously, that's a gold standard for CGI, right? But it's like, it's you just call it for what it is.
For
Is
sure.
that's very much a product of its time
Yeah.
in
I
that
saw
sense,
one
right?
review where they were talking about part 7 with the train sequence in that one, and they're like, I kind of felt like Tom Cruise wanted to redo the train sequence from the first movie, and do more of it for real. And I'm like, that sounds
Oh,
accurate.
for the yeah, that's so funny. Because yeah, I remember thinking that like it's like, oh, it's like a train fight again, and
Mhm.
I'm so surprised that with the this is totally off topic because we were going to talk about 2 next, but like just that
Mhm.
with the marketing for 7, it was all about that bike jump, but I loved everything that had to do with the train so
Oh
much
yeah.
more than that. Like that whole
Mhm.
everything that happens on the train is incredible,
Yeah, it
and
rules.
I love
It's a
everything about
great
that. And
sequence.
but I'm also on the flip side of that, I'm kind of glad it was left out of the marketing, because it totally took me by surprise as well. Like
Mm.
I like being surprised when I go and see a movie,
Yeah, yeah.
in that way. But yeah, no, I'd say that's a fair assessment of 1, and then
Cool.
there's 2, which is the
John
John
Woo.
Woo
Yeah. I
one.
think this is the only like bad one of any of them.
Yeah, it's been a
Do you
while
agree?
since I've seen that one, but I've watched a lot of like recaps and stuff
Mm.
online just about the whole franchise and stuff
Yeah.
since finishing the last one, and so yeah,
Like
I think that's like, I remember seeing it once and being kind of bored through most of it,
yeah,
but
I think
enjoying the end. That's my memory of it,
I think
is
that's
that like the end fight is really fun,
the end fight
and the
is
rest
really
is kind of
funny.
boring.
Like because
Yeah,
it's so over the top and stupid that it kind of
yeah,
like it redeems itself a little bit. But I think the
yeah.
biggest problem with 2 is it's like very boring. Um, for most
Yeah,
of
that's
it.
kind of the worst thing a movie
Yeah,
can do.
you
That's
know.
that quote or
Because
whatever.
that's
But I totally agree with
because I
that.
think a lot of the action like towards the end is very goofy, but it's fun and it's
Oh
entertaining.
yeah, yeah. And
So
there's a lot of like real stuff blowing up, and they
yeah,
do the knife eye stunt, which is
yeah, which
so
is kind of
cool, and that
cool.
shot looks incredible. It's like a perfect crash zoom. Like it's
Yeah,
all like,
yeah.
is it a zoom, or is it that moves down with the knife? I'm
I
trying to
can't.
remember how the shot goes.
I don't remember, but I'll put a clip of
Anyways,
it here.
play the clip of it. We'll see what it
Whoa!
is.
Look at
Um,
that.
oh, that looks so good.
Yeah, this
But
part
yeah,
where like he's driving towards the bad guy on a motorcycle, and then they just
Oh
both
yeah.
jump off the motorcycles and crash into each
Yeah,
other,
yeah.
and
It feels
it's
that feels very
amazing.
Fast and Furious, like
Yeah,
when they just head on
yeah,
crash into each other in Seven.
yeah. This one
Like,
reminds me a lot of Too Fast, Too Furious, because there's a whole plot
right, right.
about like the girl is like dating the bad guy, and he's like
Oh,
trying to date
yeah.
her also.
Is she the same? She's vaguely ethnic
Yeah,
too, right? Like the
she's
girl in Too Fast, Too
it's
Furious.
oh, what's her name? It's like Tan fuck, I gotta look it up. She's in like
Yeah, look it up.
she's in like
It's not. It's not
Westworld
Eva
and stuff.
Mendes.
It's not Eva
Eva
Mendes.
Mendes. Is that the one in Too Fast, Too Furious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh
Okay. Yeah, but it's like she was. They both came out in a similar era too,
yeah,
right?
it's
Like it
like
was both like 2000s, like the
2000s.
like
What's her name?
a prominent like actor of
Sandy
color in that
Newton.
time. Like
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
it's
a
so
person
similar.
of person of color who looks like a little bit ethnic, but also they're light skinned, so like they're not too unattractive to white people. Like I bet that's a
Which is horrible, but I know that
but I
that's how
that's how
people were
studios think
thinking
of
back
this
then.
shit. Yeah, that's how like
Yeah, I'm
executives think
hoping
of
they don't
this.
still think about that
I
in
hope
that way.
so.
Like,
but
I'm hoping not. Like, but
but
yeah, that was yeah, and so it's very silly. Yeah, I think that's a good
it's got like a
comparison. But yeah,
similar
definitely
attitude
the
about
most
it.
ridiculous and probably just objectively not as exciting
Yeah.
or good as the other ones.
It's just like the most forgettable of all of them too, which
Yeah,
is when you have so many hits in a franchise
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes it feel worse, you know.
Yeah.
So what would you
So
call it, like
where would you
D,
C or
C
D?
or D?
Yeah, whatever you want to put it in
Okay,
there. Like,
I'll put a D because I don't think we'll even get any in C. So there's a whole
yeah,
gap.
no, because all the rest are probably either better or at least as good as one, right?
Yeah,
So
that's what I would
I think
say.
yeah. Okay, and then
Okay,
there's
three.
three.
Uh, I like three. I think it's pretty good. This is the J.J.
Yeah,
Abrams one.
yeah. I've seen like most of it.
Have you not
I've
seen
kind
it
of
all the
put it.
way?
Yeah. No,
You're not
no.
qualified to
It's the only.
rank these.
I know, right? But no, it's the only one I haven't seen start to finish. I think.
Okay,
Um,
I saw it
but
recently.
I know everything that happens in it, and like I know like
Mhm.
the big stunts or whatever, and the like. There's the shot where they had two cameras and they merged it together so they could drag him across the frame and like
Oh yeah,
into
yeah,
the
with
car. That shot
where
with the
the
missile and
missile hits the
they
thing and he
throw
goes,
him across.
whoa,
They
yeah.
throw him into the car. Yeah, there's that. I know where it sits
Mhm.
culturally and like
Yeah,
the story and the franchise where it all is. Like I really liked all this stuff at like from what I remember about I remember the setup being really engaging.
yeah,
Like some of the most engaging
yeah.
stuff in
It's
up till that point. Like if you look
it's
at 1 and 2,
mhm,
in 3 it hooked me right away. Where it's like
mhm.
I thought it was so fascinating him living this normal life and having like when he's just like reading lips and the shot is just you don't hear anything but it's just moving between people's mouths and he's getting it all.
Yeah,
Like I thought that was so cool, like to bring that kind of
yeah.
almost I
I think
guess
that's from
pseudo kind of John Wick kind of like retired super person or whatever, like
mhm.
you know idea is so cool.
Yeah, I think that is from 2001: A Space Odyssey. That like reading lips shot.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Oh, Hal does that.
Hal does
Yeah,
that at one
I
point.
remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, the one of the things that I think is so strong about the third one is Philip Seymour Hoffman plays the bad guy,
Right,
and
right.
he's like
Yeah.
just so intense
Oh yeah, he's
throughout the whole
incredible.
thing,
Yeah.
and he's like, I'm gonna find whoever you love and kill them, uh, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just believe him, and it's like, oh, that guy's
Yeah.
scary. I don't like
Oh
him.
yeah, and he's like, and it's not like, and it doesn't do us like. I know there's like a kind of a stupid like fake out with that, but it's not like. But the villain isn't stupid in it though. Like it's not like
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it. Oh, I'm gonna like he just does it. Like
yeah,
he just shoots who he thinks is
hmm,
the person that Ethan loves. Like he just doesn't, he doesn't
yeah,
have that remorse or that like plot armor. Like he just like doesn't care, which is cool
hmm, yeah.
for a villain to do.
I think he's one of the stronger villains
Yeah,
of the series,
yeah,
just for pure
yeah.
intensity
But
in
yeah,
performance. There's also a
but then it
great
makes me
Sorry.
Retroactively, it makes me think about the Chewbacca thing in Rise of Skywalker, though.
Oh, a little
Where it's
bit,
like,
yeah. Where oh no,
it's
we
like
killed
Abrams
him.
just doesn't have the balls to kill the
It's
like
like,
main
yeah,
main
to actually
character.
kill the main character. That's
Yeah.
very fair. Oh no, not Chewbacca.
I think JJ, he's one of those directors where he's so good at all the like the regular like character stuff or whatever,
Mhm.
like any like character interactions and action and like high intensity things, but he just can't help but have like his fingerprints all over things. Like
Yeah,
I
and
don't know
like
if that rings
do
true
and
in
do
any way.
very
Like
fan servicey type stuff, even if it doesn't really serve the story.
right, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 3 also brings in Simon Pegg, who's a great
Simon Pegg, that's a okay, yeah,
addition
that's a big one,
to
yeah.
the franchise.
And he does a lot for carrying. I think just like because Tom, it's kind of the dynamic is so similar to like them in real life. I don't know if you've heard like Simon Pegg do any interviews. I saw this one where he's like, we had a very Tom Cruise day the other day where we were shooting a scene for 8, and whenever they wrapped or whatever, Tom was like to the cast, he's like, hey, do you guys want to go shark diving? And they're like, okay. So then Tom took us in a helicopter over to somewhere where he knew a guy, and we all went into cages and fed sharks. Like,
So he's just
and Simon Pegg's like, that's a very Tom Cruise kind of day. And like, and so their dynamic in the movies is very much like them in real
Yeah.
life, I feel
Oh,
like,
that's
where
great.
it's just like Simon Pegg is so much just like he's just a normal
He's
guy.
a normal guy
like,
along for the ride, and Tom Cruise is gonna do
yeah,
something insane.
and it's great to have that for when your protagonist is so super in a way, to have someone that the audience can latch onto more, where it's like I have to do the crazy thing. He's like, you can't do the crazy thing. That's the crazy thing, and that's
That's
just
crazy.
like their dynamic for.
Yeah.
That's their dynamic throughout the movies, and I think that works so well. You know, as an audience member, you can really identify with what's going on and everything. You know, like how they gave they had to give in Smallville they had to give Clark Chloe so that he had someone to talk to, because you can't see thought bubbles in a TV show.
Right.
In a comic book,
Yeah,
like
you gotta
in a
give
comic book, and so that way you have to have it's like that kind of support foil character or whatever. I don't know if there's a good name for it. Like
just like it's just like a solid supporting character that helps to ground your main hero a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, he's one of the best parts of all the
movies. Yeah. So excellent.
Lots of
addition.
give it. I'd say like A or B above 1. Like either way, I'd rank it higher than 1 probably.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. B, let's say B above.
Or do you like one more?
I don't know.
Like
I think I like them about the same. The first and third.
Yeah, just put it at B. Yeah,
right.
I'd say there's different. They both have different sets of like pros and cons, but like, you know, I'd say that's fair. That's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 is
Ghost Protocol.
4 is probably one of the first like really great ones, I would say.
Yeah.
Like top 3 or top 2.
Yeah, this is at least
great mission movies.
At least
I'd probably put it in my own top 2. It's in my top 2, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's my second favorite. I think it's the second best one of all of them.
Fallout.
To Fallout.
Are we skipping
being the
can we skip to just
best?
say that Fallout is in the best one? Like,
do you want to jump straight to throwing Fallout in there and then we talk about it later? Or like...
Yeah, because I like.
Yeah.
That's how I rank the rest of them. Is like, how do I? Is it as good as Fallout? Oh, not quite.
Yeah. It becomes your like measuring.
Yeah. Like I don't know.
On a scale of 2 to Fallout, where does it rank?
Yeah.
Like,
do you disagree with that at all? Like.
No, I don't. But yeah, with 4, I think that it's kind of the first one that sets the formula for the rest of the franchise, where it's like there's going to be like a big stunt and like the stakes are going to be really intense. Like it's going to be like a smaller crew with less resources. Like it's
they're
like
going to have to go rogue.
Are going to hit in the
I guess they go rogue in
them.
most of them.
I don't think they go rogue in 6 though. They actually don't. there's a bit where you
Do they
think they're
not?
going rogue, but it's just no. So you think they're going to go rogue, but then it's actually a trick to get the bad guy to reveal himself as bad, because they think that he thinks they're all turning on each other, and then they
Oh,
do
yeah,
some
yeah, no, that's right.
mask reveal stuff, and
Yeah,
then it's like, oh, surprise,
yeah. No, we were
we knew
still
that you were
working
we
with.
knew that you were the bad guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were still working with Alec Baldwin that whole time, actually. Yeah, yeah. I guess they
You
don't
thought
go
I was
rogue in
working
that
for
one.
you, but we were both working for me.
Exactly.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Yeah, 4 is pretty good though. I like it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you obviously have the big
'Cause-
Burj Khalifa stunt, which is great. The
mhm.
the crew dynamic is good. I like Jeremy Renner in
Yeah.
this
Oh, and
one.
and the end sequence is also very intense and very very
Hmm.
fun, where they do a callback to the wire thing, but it's not on wires. And Jeremy Renner's really good in those ones, and I'm sad that he wasn't in any of the ones after 5, because
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like he
he's
gets
fun.
sidelined in 5, and then like is just completely
He's
gone
just
for the
gone
next
after
3
that. Yeah,
without explanation. I think he was just working on other projects or
yeah.
something. Like it just didn't. It was one of those where it just kind of didn't work out timing wise, but like, you know, he was a really great, I think, um, addition to the crew. Um,
Hmm.
and then, yeah, 4 also has another like disposable. I don't. I only mean this in terms of how the films treat them, but it's another
Hmm.
disposable female lead
Yes,
character, where she's just gonna
she's
be gone
just
in
in
the
this
next
one,
one.
and then we never see her
Yeah,
again.
and we
Yeah,
never
same
see her
same
again.
as
Yeah,
like
we're
the love interest in
there's
2 and
the girl in 2, and then Carrie Russell in
Carrie Russell in
3, and
3.
then
Yeah, that was a
yeah,
thing that I was a little bit
yeah.
disappointed by Final Reckoning, that they didn't really do anything with, where they kind of
Oh, they
acknowledge,
didn't bring back.
well, like
Yeah,
just that they like
the whole Carrie
acknowledge
Russell
that, like,
thing.
hey, Tom Cruise, it's kind of weird how you have all these women in your life who usually end up dying, and then you just replace them with a younger woman in the next movie, and then like all that happens is that uh Haley Atwell just becomes the next woman in that movie.
Right,
And I'm like,
right. But I think, what if it
okay.
was?
But it's just
I
okay.
think,
Like, I
yeah.
get it's the
I
villain.
think having some kind of like, I think 7 would have been the perfect opportunity to kind of have that be a conversation. I think they kind of talk about it, but like
Yeah.
more clearly though, like 7 would have been a good opportunity for Haley Atwell to talk about that with Luther and Benji.
Yeah.
And oh, her name's Grace. I know all their character
Yes.
names. So for her to be, or for them to be like, yeah, like he just like, you know, and like around the time in the movie where Ilsa dies, like he could be like, yeah, like he just like legitimately doesn't want you to get involved. Like that's going to be up to you how much you want to get involved in this. You know, like he's lost too many people now. You know, like anytime
Uh-huh.
someone gets involved, and or if he gets romantically involved or not, it doesn't even matter anymore. Like they just die.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and he feels really bad about that. Like just like, yeah, I think
Yeah.
that'd be good to acknowledge that, like you were
Yeah.
saying,
Like,
because they kind of,
I don't know
and then
exactly.
have them definitively either be together or not be together by the end of the last one.
Yeah, like, I'm not sure exactly what
And
the.
have those be their own choices that they make,
Yeah.
because it's very vague, you know.
Yeah, and yeah, like, I'm not exactly sure what the solution that I'm looking for is, but like,
Yeah,
it's just interesting. I don't know. I think it's like kind of funny that they like point it out a little bit, or at least the villain does. He's like, "You keep
yeah.
letting," and then he's like, "Yep,
Is
well,
that
I'm gonna keep
late?
being Tom Cruise," and
Which
I
one
don't know.
points it out, Gabriel or Lane?
Uh, Gabriel, I think he's like,
Yeah,
I think it's in 8. He's
yeah.
like, "You keep," or maybe it's the AI or something. I don't remember.
Right,
The
right.
entity. Um,
Chat GPT.
but they,
The
yeah, the
villain.
Chat GPT is like, hey, how come you always have these women in your life and then they end up dying or being in
Yeah,
danger forever?
yeah. Oh
And
yeah, I don't think she
and
in 4. It's like, I think it was just another like scheduling thing or whatever, where
yeah,
like they just couldn't get her back
well, that
for
was,
whatever reason.
yeah, well, that was another thing with why Rebecca Ferguson gets killed off,
Oh
is that
yeah.
she's like, I'm
Mhm.
doing like 15 other projects, so I'm fine
Right.
with.
Is she's in
She's in
Silo
she's in
and like,
Silo, she's in Dune, she's in like a bunch of stuff. So
Oh, okay. She's also in Dune,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
That movie has everyone, so I just forget. I
yeah,
also haven't seen it, so but I'm
yeah,
gonna watch and be like, oh look, I forgot Oscar Isaac was in this. Oh, I
yeah,
forgot Jason Momoa was in this. Oh, I forgot like Florence Pugh is in this. Oh, I
yeah, yeah.
forgot like Zendaya's in this. Like it's kind of
Yeah, it's
ridiculous
got a
the
crazy
cast on that
stacked
one.
cast.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so like yeah, she's just like it seemed like it was less like that they didn't want her around and more like, oh, I'm just
yeah.
busy
Because it's a
doing other
great
stuff.
dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, okay, sorry, we're getting off track. Four, what do you
So yeah, for
do you
I'd say
do you want to say
it's
S with four?
I would
Just
say S,
just
yeah. And the
below
only
Fallout?
I'd say it's only flaws just that its place in time, in that it was the first one that kind of figured everything out
Mm,
for it, and they could just like double down on that in the next few,
yeah.
in a sense where it's like more of the big stunts and more of that where it feels more like you can kind of I think the pacing is really good,
Mm-hmm.
but you can feel it the most in four, where it's like, this is the first chunk of the movie. Here's the second chunk of the movie. Here's the last chunk of the movie. Where the next ones are way more, they follow 3 act structure, but they're way more chaotic as they go throughout. And I
Yeah.
like that a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And that has to do with, as well, I think, Christopher McQuarrie's style
Yeah.
and Tom Cruise's style as well. They do a lot of editing to the script on the fly
Mm.
based on what they've shot before to see what's going to work better for the story,
Mm.
as
That's
opposed to trying to
interesting.
make it work for the script they wrote. And they start
Right.
shooting it, they're like, no, this idea doesn't work as well, let's change it. Like that's how they both kind of
Mm.
operate, and so they're a
That's
really great team
that's really
for the
smart for
franchise.
these movies when a lot of it
Yeah, yeah.
like counts on the action working.
Yeah, and so
So
they don't change any of the set pieces. The set
right.
pieces are all set up, but for the motivations could
Mm,
change, or
right.
the overall or the end objective could change based
Okay.
on how they're going about their script
Interesting.
changes. Because there's stuff like that's what I think it is,
Yeah.
based on just how filmmaking works. Like you can't just like, oh, I'm gonna impromptu hold on to this plane as it's taking
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they can't change that, but they can rearrange where that goes in the movie and how it's going to
Yeah.
serve the story best. Um, so yeah, four is really good. And then do you want to get into five then? Because
Yeah.
that's
Sure.
I'm kind of already kind of setting up. This is the
Mhm.
McQuarrie era of
Yes.
it. Is the most chaotic feeling as you're watching them,
Mhm.
I would say, and it works so well for that style of filmmaking. And they're not doing, oh, here's the script, like let's shoot the whole script and then edit it together like it is in the script, and then try to move things around and try to fix it. Like they're fixing things as they're going through, so
Mhm.
it's less reshoots
Right.
later.
Do they? No, they don't.
Which
I
is
was
a
gonna say, do they
yeah,
shoot in order? But no, they absolutely don't, because they were like, "This is the first thing we're shooting," and it's
yeah.
the part where at the end of the movie where he jumps the
Yeah,
bike
so
off the
like
thing.
that's why I would assume that the stunts they're all set to go.
Yeah.
Like they're like, this is the movie where we're going to do this stunt, this stunt, this stunt, and then
Yeah.
we'll lock that in and figure out where its place is in the story.
Mhm.
But yeah, five I'd say is quite good, but I rank it as the lowest of the goodest ones. It's my least favorite of the new
Yeah, I
ones.
think that's
If you
fair.
go through, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but it's still, I'd still at least an A tier for, I would say, right? Would you agree?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It's probably, yeah. I have my own rants and beef about it. I
Yeah.
feel like
Like I
where
like, I think my two of my biggest things with five are the big stunt is he's on the plane, which they
yeah,
do
yeah.
right out the gate. So then you're just like,
Mhm.
then the rest of the movie's not as
And then they
exciting.
don't top it for the
Yeah,
rest
they
of the
don't top
movie.
it for the rest of
They
it.
can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
do have, that's the introduction of Rebecca Ferguson. She's great. Her
Yeah.
stuff is great in
Mhm.
that. There's some pretty
Yeah.
good motorcycle stuff.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that
The
the one where
motorcycle stuff's crazy in that one.
is that the one where he has to hold his breath underwater for a long time?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's the breath hold one. It's also the one with the opera fight scene
yeah.
where
The
it's
opera
all
fight
timed to the
scene's great.
music, and they have they have like three different kinds of concealed guns. Like one of
Yeah,
them's like
yeah,
a baton, one of them's a flute, one of them's like something else. Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't remember what Rebecca Ferguson's is, but like Elsa's gun is, but like they
yeah,
all have like it's just like fun spy stuff,
yeah, yeah.
Like it's
Yeah, like that's
yeah.
like I was trying to figure out what specifically it is that makes Rebecca Ferguson cool, and I think it's just that she's really cool. She's just a really cool spy
Yeah, well, it's
character.
supposed to be like it's kind of like it's just a good foil for
Yeah,
Tom Cruise, where it's like she's
she's
this is like a really old, it's an older like story term, but it's like she's the shadow in Five, where it's like the
yeah.
character where you're not sure about what their allegiance is,
Mhm.
and it makes them really engaging to see on screen because you really don't know what she's gonna do next, and so it creates that kind of tension in a lot of scenes.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, because she's sort of working against him, but also working against the bad guy in various
And
times.
kind
And
of
you're
for
not,
herself
but also for
mostly, but
herself.
then
Yeah.
in the interest of the world, global safety eventually, like
Hmm.
it's just
Yeah.
it's all very complicated. um and then yeah, I think Five, the thing is like with the big plane stuff in the beginning, it's not just that, but it's like the whole movie actually like it kind of boils down to like there's like this inverted pyramid budget structure to
Right.
it, where the first scene is
Is the
a
most.
plane, the plane thing, and then it's like we've got the opera thing and like the breath hold motorcycle chase, and then at the end it's a foot chase where they have to share a gun.
Right. And that's like it.
They're like, we're so out of money, we only got one handgun. Like
Yeah.
it's like
It's a little bit.
it's
Again,
like it literally feels like they ran out of money and shot it in like a week. Like
yeah.
I'm serious.
Shot it in a
Like
couple
when you
days.
think, and if you think about McQuarrie's style, I think that was the first one where that's my theory about it,
Right.
based on what he's released about
Yeah,
how
this
he makes movies.
and this is the
Is that
first
they're like, we
one.
came up with this completely new ending that wasn't the ending originally, but we have no budget, so it just has to be like people running, and
And then they
and
catch.
we'll use that glass box that we have from the earlier scene.
Yeah, we'll
Um,
catch him in a box
it'll
or
just be the
whatever.
same. It'll be the exact. It's gonna be the exact same prop.
Yeah.
Um, 'cause we
We'll
don't
just
have
reuse
we don't
that.
have the money.
Yeah,
Did
it's
you
kind
guys
of.
break? Did you guys throw that out yet? No. Okay, we're
All
gonna
right.
use it again.
Yeah. Again, it's kind of like I think it's Furious 7 where like the stuff is pretty crazy throughout, and then the last sequence is just kind of a generic car chase
It's just
because
kind of a car chase. Yeah.
they ran out of money.
Yeah. It's like the most forgettable part of the movie,
Yeah.
which I think is like it's one of those things where it's like you can have a movie that's incredibly mediocre, and if the third act is incredible, people will remember it as a good movie.
Yeah.
Like literally, the taste in your mouth that the movie leaves
Mhm.
is so huge. I think for a
That's
viewing experience, like Rogue
that's the
One
Rogue One
is
effect.
probably
I was
one of
just gonna
those
say.
that I think of. It's the Rogue One effect, but they've done it in reverse, right? Where
Yeah.
it's like all the good stuff's in the
Happens
first
right
couple parts of
away.
the movie, and then the end of the movie is like, eh. Like
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
yeah. Yeah, so that's my take on Five. That's
Yeah.
my rant about that. And oh, also I had a lot of problems with the marketing for Five, because it's like, oh, they're gonna have to fight the anti-IMF, and it just feels like generic goons kind of throughout.
Oh
And it's
yeah.
like the villain is more so just like the dynamics more so like, do we trust Ilsa? Like that's kind of what the movie's
Right.
about. It's not really like, oh, there's a whole
There's a
Hydra we
whole
got to take
hydra
down. And
of
that's what they
guys.
pitch it as, and that's what they're talking about throughout the movie. But the movie is just
It's
about
not really
them,
about
like,
that.
what should we do? It's more about Ilsa and their
Yeah.
dynamic,
And there's
like,
like
and that's fine. That's what the movie's about. I think I'm just more frustrated by the marketing side of it,
yeah.
like where it's
Yeah.
just like it feels like any kind of generic set of goons. Like
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
like
Like
there's
they
no
set up the bad guys as being like equally strong to Ethan,
yeah, and
and then
there's no bad guy team
no.
like Ethan's team. There's no evil Luther. There's no
Yeah,
evil
yeah.
Benji. There's no
Yeah, that would be
like
fun.
that's how you do it is you have one of each of them, but then Ilsa is the one that could slide to either side.
Yeah.
You know,
Like in
like in
Fast Furious
it's
6.
Letty.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would be
with
Letty.
Letty.
Where
Yeah.
yeah, I'm for real's a bad guy. Like
Exactly. Uh
yeah.
all right.
But that's just not what the movie's about. But
No.
anyways, yeah, moving on to Fallout.
Fallout is great. It's S
Yeah.
tier. It's the best one.
It's the best one, yeah. And I think it definitely takes all the cool. It's the first one I think to kind of actually start to acknowledge a lot of the story stuff for Tom and like
Mhm.
Ethan as a character.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like, oh, he's just generic action guy. It's like, well, why does he do what he does, and like actually be a deconstruction of that, and I always, when I first saw it, I'm like, this is a great like Superman movie. Like Superman isn't
Mhm.
like this, the tension isn't like, is Superman going to be able to stop the physical threat? It's in like, is he going to have to compromise his morals to do that? Like
Yeah.
it's like, what is he
How-
going to have to go through to do that?
How does he
because
save
he can-
everyone? Not just
How does he save everyone?
not just the world or
It's like-
whatever.
is he going to get there on time? Like, if he
Yeah.
gets there, he can fix it. But like, is he going to get there on time? Is there going to be competing crises
Yeah.
going on? You know?
Yeah,
Um,
that's a good way of putting it, because that one does a very, I feel like does a very good job of like, oh, we got to stop this bomb, and we got to, and like that one does, I has my favorite, like, we got to stop a bomb thing, because it's like, okay, there's two bombs, we have to disarm them both,
yes.
and we have to get the
Yeah.
trigger, and the trigger's over there in a helicopter, and I'm in a different helicopter.
Yes. And then also, like, isn't Benji hanging from a noose as well
Yeah,
at the
one point.
same
Yeah, one
time?
point they're
And they're
fighting.
trying to get him to stop from choking to
Yeah,
death. Like, it's crazy, the end of that one. But yeah, that one, the pacing is so much more
it's
chaotic,
so
where it's like with 4 you can be like, oh, there's the beginning bit that's good, the middle bit, and the end bit, and then 5 is the inverted pyramid. This one, that's
it's
like,
just good the whole
we
time.
got the halo jump and the bathroom fight and
Yeah.
the car chase that leads into a boat chase that leads into a motorcycle chase that leads, like, it's like insane, that whole chunk in the middle. And then there's the helicopter chase at the end, which
Yeah.
also has a crazy hand-to-hand stuff. It has the best hand-to-hand in the whole
Yes.
series, and I don't know why the later movies don't have as good hand-to-hand as 6, because
Yeah.
6's hand-to-hand is incredible.
It's great. It's
Like,
so
it
good.
feels like you know, any kind of John Wick level, like,
Mhm.
not that style per se, but that kind
It's
of tier
approaching.
of close quarters action, like,
Yeah, it's approaching
where you feel the
that
hits,
level.
and it's so, and everything's in camera, and like, it's so well done.
Yeah,
So yeah, six is all, it's
it's
just
got the
all praise. Yeah.
it's got the parkour sequence where he
Mhm.
breaks his ankle and they use that
Yeah,
tape.
and I forgot about that, because
Yeah,
there's so many
because there's
things
so
that
many
happen in
great
it. Like, there's
bits in that one.
there's
That's
so
the
many great
thing.
bits in that. Yeah.
And literally all of them hit, and all of them are engaging, and all
Yeah,
of them
they
are
all
like,
feel,
it's the best,
creative.
like almost voyeurism, like, how's he gonna try to kill himself in this scene, you know?
Right.
But yeah, and then the
Yeah,
whole,
exactly.
you got Benji in there, you got Rebecca Ferguson, Michelle Monaghan comes back
Yep.
at the end, and
Yeah.
she has something cool to
Luther plays a
do.
really big role too. He's
Yeah.
a really big part of it. And I saw one criticism about this
Mhm.
that I think gets completely fixed retroactively by the last movie, which is that it's like, oh, like, why wouldn't Tom Cruise just, like, why wouldn't Ethan just let Luther die at the beginning so they can stop the whole movie from happening? But they
Mhm.
need Luther in the last one to fix the thing. And so it turns this whole thing around, where it's like, because he can't separate one life from millions of lives, like Ethan
Mhm.
doesn't have that, it actually comes back around where Luther becomes the thing that saves millions of lives.
Yeah.
And so because he can't separate those things, it becomes full circle. Like, does
Yeah.
that make sense? That, like,
Yeah, well, they need
saving
him.
Luther does save millions of lives.
Yeah, because they
later,
need him in
because
the
he makes
third act
he's the
to
only one. He's the only one that can
disarm the
make
bomb.
But he's
Yeah.
but also in 8, he's
Yeah.
the only one that can make the poison pill.
That's true. Yeah. They need it, so they need him in
So
that one
that's what I
too.
was talking about, that they actually need him around, not just to disarm a bomb, because, like, anyone could disarm a bomb, but it's like, he's literally the only character in this franchise who could specifically make this exact thing that's going
Right.
to help save the
That we
world
need to.
in that movie.
Yeah.
And so because
Well,
he can't
that's.
separate that, it actually comes around as him being right in that. And so it's one of those things where it's like, I think you can have, I understand the frustration as a viewer watching something where it's like, oh, but if you just did this thing that seems obvious to do, then you could stop the whole movie from happening.
Right.
But it's not actually that stupid of a scenario, because the whole movie actually deconstructs that as well. It's not,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, like, you legitimately, you're gonna, like, leave that random officer alive later who could potentially give them away because she sees all their faces, and, like, you know, this stuff, like, it's a through line throughout the whole movie, you know. And
Yeah.
so that's I think that's why it hits the best, is because it's the first one, like, it just nails all the action and everything, and it actually is the first one to kind of have a really cohesive Ethan kind of arc, start to finish, like, you know, who he is, why he does what he does. And it's that Captain America arc of, like, this is why he doesn't change despite all this crap that he goes through. Like, you know, this is just who he is, and he can't stop being that good, you know. And so it just works on every level.
Yeah,
I think
it's great. It's a great one. I love it.
Yeah.
I don't have any other
10
final
out of 10,
thoughts.
no notes.
No notes. 10 out of 10. Okay, we gotta get through the last two.
7, 8.
7, 8. Oops. 7 is pretty good.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because it does all the. It's at this point where it kind of just does all the things that 5 and 6 did really well again
Mhm.
as well, and kind of has a new dynamic with him and Grace that I really like. But
Yes.
and it's not like oh, are they gonna kiss at the end? It's I describe it as like the like youth pastor dynamic of like, it's not, because it's not quite like he's not quite like the mentor figure, but it's like putting him
Mhm.
in that role where it's like he's actively doing stuff as well as
Mhm.
helping someone along. Like that's always a fun dynamic to have.
Yeah.
Like some of the later Rocky movies, kind of like, you know,
Mhm. Yeah,
to
I
to throw that in late in the franchise, especially.
yeah, I really liked her addition because she's also um like extremely competent in certain areas, but then is also has like very clear weaknesses in many areas where she's like a thief. She's like a master thief and stuff, but she's not like a
Yeah,
particularly good fighter or anything. So like
yeah,
she
or like a spy.
or a spy. So like she has a lot of
Yeah.
skills and stuff throughout, but then she's also
Mhm.
like making mistakes very clearly too, and that made her like
Yeah, yeah,
relatable to. And she's just like a cool wild card too, because she's like, oh yeah, I'm also stealing the thing that you're stealing while there's like people after you, and like that whole airport
yeah,
sequence is kind of great.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
Where
yeah.
like
It's
they're
really
all
cool.
sneaking around and the the one cop
Mhm.
guy is as after Ethan too, and then
Yeah, the one from Fast and
the guy
Furious,
from Fast and
not the
Furious, I
Fast
guess.
and the Furious, but Fast and Furious.
Yes,
That
yeah,
one,
yeah,
number
that guy.
4. He's back. He's back playing the same role.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, he's
but
great.
yeah, but yeah, that one where there's competing allegiances. Like there's
Mhm.
the villain, there's Grace, there's Ethan, and there's the cops. And you all know what they want, and
Everyone's motivation is
it's
extremely
and it's
clear.
not hard to it sounds complicated, but it's really not that hard to follow.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, then
which is cool. And so yeah, yeah,
then also there's like a bomb in the airport that Benji has to
yeah.
disarm
It's
too.
it
So
they
just
just throw like a
th-
third act level event just like right in the
yeah,
middle. Like
yeah.
it's so good. Like, yeah.
All that stuff is great.
And
Yeah,
then
we
all the
talked about
stuff
the
with
train fight is excellent.
the train fight is, yeah, the train stunts and everything is so good. Yeah,
Uh
I'd say that one I put it I think I like it more than 5 just because you've heard my rants about 5.
yeah,
But like
I think
you
I
can put
think
it in
so.
either a little above or a little below. Like that's kind of where I would put it,
Yeah. Would you say
as like,
A tier or S tier? A
I'd
tier at
say I'd
least?
say A. I put it at top
Yeah.
of A
Yeah.
probably. Like,
I think I agree with that. Um
yeah. And then my biggest, I think probably my only notes are just that the villain's a little whatever, but like
mhm.
I don't watch these movies for the villains. Like I'm
Yeah.
just here to
I
see
think that's
villains.
fair. I
So
think the only
I don't really care.
yeah, that's
Um,
fair. I think the
because
only
Lane is really cool in 6, especially I
mhm.
think, when
Yeah, well I
he's
think
like,
that's why another
he's got a
reason
beard and he's all like monologuing, and he
I think
looks
that's
he
another
looks
reason
like he's out for blood. You can see it in his eyes. Like,
Yeah, well, I think that's another reason I like 6 the most is because 6 also has a strong villain in well, yeah, both Lane and
yeah,
Henry
yeah,
Cavill. He's it's
yeah,
like the unbreakable. He's got the punchy
yeah, yeah.
villain, but also the smart villain who's the real villain
Yeah,
behind everything.
yeah, but
And
the punchy villain is also a smart villain that was
yes,
secretly a villain
yeah,
too. Like
and
it's
he's
so
also
it's a cool dynamic
he,
to have.
he's
Yeah,
also cool. He's
yeah,
compelling.
yeah.
He's
And the movie works too. Like it's not like supposed to be this like big. The movie doesn't. It's not. Sorry, more praise for 6 here, but
yeah.
like it's
Well,
not.
plus it's
The movie's
great.
not riding on that being. The movie's not riding on that being a big twist or anything. Like it's
Right.
just.
Yeah, you can
He's just
guess it
supposed to be
pretty
kind of
early.
untrustworthy. He's just supposed to be kind of untrustworthy, and the movie just works on its own merits. It doesn't. You don't need a big reveal. It doesn't. It's not riding on some big reveal to carry it. Like it just does
Yes.
everything so well. It doesn't matter if you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, completely.
But yeah, then, yeah. And seven. My only other note is that like I think it's fine that they had to kill off Ilsa, but it's just in a really dumb way where like
Yes, where it's like
if
I
you
don't
think about
buy that she would lose that fight. You
I
know.
don't buy that she would lose that fight, especially being as competent as she is, and just knowing, like, I don't know a lot about.
Yeah, we also don't know that much about the bad guy at that point. So there's like I've only
That.
seen Elsa be excellent at fighting, so I have no reason to think that
Yeah,
she would
yeah,
lose this fight against
yeah,
some guy I don't know that well, you know.
yeah, and that especially that the fight is a guy with 2 knives and she has a sword. I
Yeah.
remember that correctly,
Yes,
right?
that's
And the
correct.
sword in that situation, you need to use that as a spacing weapon
Yeah.
to dominate the battlefield so they can't get close to you. Like that's what literally pro Smash players do when
Yeah.
they play with sword characters.
Exactly.
Like the principles carry over into
Yeah.
video games
And
even,
she would
but
know
that's just what
that.
you're supposed to do. That's how you're supposed to sword fight.
Yeah.
In a sword fight, when it's actually evenly matched, but it's not. It's completely like it's like don't
She
bring a knife to a sword fight
Yeah,
either.
she
Like
should
that's the
have the
same thing. Same
advantage.
logic applies. She should have a clear advantage, but she lets him get way too close too many times because it looks cool. Like it's like prequel style lightsaber fighting, like
Yeah.
kind of levels
We're
of
gonna do
stuff
lots of
going on, just
spins.
so that he can get a cheeky kill and the movie can move on and do its thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like that's dumb. Like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, like
Anyways, that's my
I'm not necessarily sad for her because I know she's doing other projects and those projects are cool,
yeah. It's
but
just like they
I'm
could have
sad that
used, and
she's
I'm not
not
saying
in
they
these
killed the character
movies.
either.
Yeah, because I
I
like the
think it's fine that they
character.
killed the character. It's how it happened.
It's how it
Is
happened
really
is kind
dumb
of dumb.
and could
Yeah.
have been completely different. Yeah, it could have been completely different. You know, you just write a better scenario.
Yeah.
Um,
But I
but yeah,
do
that's my
like
note for that.
another thing I do like about that one is like how many cool and interesting female characters it has. Because
Yeah,
you
just
also
kind of
have
seamlessly.
Vanessa Kirby's in that one too. She's got like her own agenda going
Right. She's
on.
back.
Um,
And then you've got Mantis. I don't know
Mantis
her
is there
actual
too, and
name.
she's just like a cool side villain, and she's also kind
Yeah,
of cool. Like
she's an evil mime.
she's an evil mime.
Yeah. But then she mimes down in the next one. No more makeup, more
Yeah,
talking.
even more
Like,
talking. Um, but yeah, it's solid apart
no,
from a
it's
few
cool. It
things.
feels like a Bond villain, kind
Yeah,
of like
exactly.
henchman,
She's like a
where it's
Bond
like,
henchman, where
yeah,
she's just like, I have
yeah,
a
like the
gimmick,
guy with the bowler hat. Like
and I
she's a gimmick, and
yeah,
it looks cool.
she
Like
looks cool.
it's kind, and you don't need a whole like
No,
backstory spin-off comic to explain where she came from, which I'm
no.
sure exists. But it's like, who cares about that? Like it's just you know. It's just she's just there just cause that's how movies just used to be. Things
Yeah,
would
yeah.
just kind of happen
Sometimes
just
you can just
cause.
have
Characters would just show up and be
a
interesting and
cool
have a
side
gimmick.
character, and they don't need to have a whole explanation of where they came from.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay. How
moving on to 8.
8. How you doing on time?
Yeah, I'm fine. Like
Okay.
we'll just close it out. 10 more minutes should be fine.
All right. 8 I think is for me it's like a little bit below 7. I don't know.
Really,
Yeah.
I like 8 more than 7. It's probably the first
Oh, this is our first big
disagreement we have.
disagreement. Oh shit.
Yeah, what's your kind of what's your I want to hear your side and then I'll explain my bit. Probably.
Sure. So I think I feel like 7 used all the different characters in a more interesting way. I think it has
Hmm.
stronger set pieces throughout. 8 basically has like two big set pieces, which is the submarine
Hmm.
stuff and then the plane
Yeah.
chase at the end. And both are good. They're both solid.
Hmm.
The plane chase is just like a not quite as good helicopter chase from 6. Like
Hmm.
stunt wise, it's incredible because it's just like Tom Cruise like
Oh yeah,
flailing
yeah,
around on the side of a plane, and I'm like, how is
yeah,
he alive? Um, and
yeah. Like so unhuman. Like
um, but I think the pacing is not that great because it's the longest one. What do you think of it?
mhm.
It's the longest one. Um,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's got and because it really only has two like big set pieces, I don't know that it needs to be
Mhm.
that long. Um,
Right.
there's a lot of scenes of like Tom Cruise goes to a military or government guy and it's like, I need you to trust me, and they're like, oh, I don't know if I trust you, Tom Cruise, and he's like, please just trust me, and they're like, okay, here's the key to the next location, and then he goes to the next location, and then there's another
It's like
military
that video
guy,
game pacing. Yeah.
and then he's like, I need you to trust me. And like, I don't know if I trust you. And like, I like all the
Yeah.
actors he meets. They're all fun side actors, like, character
Yeah,
actors that
yeah.
you've seen in stuff.
And that's the it's the CIA director becomes the president, right? Like
Yeah, it's
that's
the
I'm not
yeah,
sure
like
who says, but
yeah,
yeah.
like I like what's her name? It's oh, I know this one.
Is it Michelle something?
It's
Or is that
no.
just her character's name?
What is her name? She's not in this. This is 3. Uh,
Yeah.
oh, I knew it. She's in like Black Panther and stuff. I should know this. I'm blanking on her name completely. Angela Bassett. She's
Angela Bassett.
she's great. Yeah, she's the like CIA director in 6, and then she's the president in 8. Like I like seeing her. Nick Offerman's there for some reason. I love seeing
Yeah.
him. I
Yeah,
like all the
he gets a
actors.
little arc. He's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I don't know. We're spending a lot of time on that
Yeah.
stuff. I think
Yeah.
all I like how all the characters are used in 7. I think they all have their own like unique roles and stuff. And then in 8, it's just like okay, Mantis is just the new Rebecca Ferguson who can fight, and then Grace is just the new like love interest for Ethan, and then that's their roles, and that's all they do. And the black guy is
Right.
just on the team now because we need a black guy because Luther died, and they're just here now, and like that's all they do, and I don't know, and then it just kind of ends like with we gotta defuse a bomb, but it's not as exciting, and and
Right.
I don't know. It just was just like it felt like it was just doing some of the same beats as other movies, but not quite as good. Um,
Mhm.
Although some of the stuff I thought was very good, like the stunt work and everything is
Yeah.
is great as usual.
Yeah. No,
What's your
I think
thoughts?
I like my thoughts is that I like 8 more than 7 because 8 probably is the first one since like I'd say 5, 6, and 7. All those movies
Hmm.
try to do something that 6 completely nails.
Hmm.
Like 5 feels like 6, but it's getting its footing. 6 is absolutely incredible, and then 7 feels like 6, but not quite as good
Yeah.
for a few different reasons. And then 8 just probably has its own identity separate from trying to do that. It doesn't feel like it's trying to be 6 or like in a sense.
That's
It's
fair.
doing something completely. And so I like it more because it doesn't feel like one of the other ones just slightly worse. It's like its
Right.
own thing where the whole movie has this slower pace and this overarching sense of dread throughout the entire thing,
Hmm.
which is, it's not just like this set piece has its objectives and stuff. It's like, no, you get that like a little bit of that low kind of bad feeling in your stomach throughout the entire movie. And I think that's so cool that it's almost a callback to kind of the tone of the first one in a sense, right? And
Hmm.
so it does feel like this encapsulation of so many of the elements that worked from the stuff before. Like you were saying, it's obviously hitting similar beats, but I just liked how it felt tonally, and I didn't mind the kind of slower setup to things, and the fact that there was only a couple really big set pieces. Like I just didn't mind that simply because it's like, oh no, this is the one where that's just how this
Right.
one's going to
This
be,
was
because
just paced different.
it's not the flashy chaotic 5, 6, and 7. Like it's like this is the slow dreadful eighth one,
Hmm.
that's the summation of everything that they've done. And yeah, my notes is like Gabriel's still kind of whatever.
Yeah.
But like yeah, overall I just really liked the I think the vibe is totally cool. Like it's got a total vibe to it that I really enjoy. And so that's probably why I rank it higher than 7. But I still put so my top 3 is like 6, 4, 8 probably, and
All right.
then everything else kind of mixes together. But yeah, what's your kind of
Yeah.
where are you gonna?
Uh. Yeah. I would say that or 7, or
Better
6,
7?
4, 7, 8. Um.
Yeah, you could just put it wherever that
Yeah.
you know.
I'll just put it in A next to 7 for now. But
Cool.
yeah. So I that might be the only one we slightly disagree on. I think.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Uh,
um,
yeah, I think it's yeah.
yeah.
That's
There's other things too that are like I think a little weird where like they do try to like call back to the first one a lot in that one, but in ways that are like kind of
right.
weird coincidences and not really like oh it's all been leading to this. It's just like the guy from that he robbed the bank that he robbed the computer from in the first one. He's back just coincidentally
Yeah.
because he happened to be working at this outpost that is next to where the
Yeah.
plot is happening, but
Yeah.
it's not like
Yeah, but they put the plot there on purpose though, because in the first one, there's a
Yeah.
line where they're like, "Oh, put him in Alaska or whatever."
Right. Sure. But
Yeah.
but it's
So it's
still,
kind of fun. It's a split diopter shot too, as
but it's
well, where
still
everything's in focus.
it's a coincidence that he's related to the plot in this movie.
Oh yeah,
Like,
completely. Yeah,
because
it's completely
it's not like
coincidental. Yeah.
the plots are connected. It just happens
Yeah.
to be the same guy
Yeah.
from the first one.
Yeah, and I think there's a little like
Like
the
stuff like
whole
that.
oh, it's like the rabbit's foot was the entity, like this like kind of
Yeah.
like shoehorned
Yeah.
like
It's like, oh,
yeah, it's a little bit
that MacGuffin from that other
that stuff.
movie
It's like
is related, I
yeah,
guess. It's like, okay.
the stuff where it's like oh, it's like yeah, that's the thing where it's
Sure.
like it doesn't
I
for
don't
me. It's
remember
like
what
it
that
could work,
did,
but it
so.
doesn't. Yeah, it's like oh, it's like I guess that could be true. You know, it's like it doesn't
Yeah.
really like it's not like I don't need it to enjoy this though in a
Yeah.
sense, right?
Well,
So
that's,
for
I
me,
think,
I just kind of left that. I said those are just kind of neutral elements. I
yeah,
think
that's
for
fair.
me,
Well, yeah,
where
that's, I
didn't
think,
stop me from enjoying it,
I
but
think
it
that's
didn't add much, you know.
I think that's the other thing that like feels a little weird for me is that it's like, oh, this is the last one, it's the final thing. See, it's all coming
Yeah.
together. It's all been building to this, and then it ends with
He
just
says,
like,
"This is the final reckoning.
this is the
This is
final
Mission
reckoning,
Impossible: The Final Reckoning."
and then
That's
they
what the bad
just,
guy says.
yeah, and then they just end with like, and we saved the day, and we're gonna maybe do more missions in the future.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right,
The
so it just
Avengers will
ends this.
return.
This
Like
ends the same
it
way
kind of
all of
ends
them
like that.
do. It
Yeah.
it could be the last
Yeah,
one,
yeah, and I think
or maybe we'll do
I
more,
think it should, yeah.
which is
I think it
fine.
should have committed to. It should have committed, I think, a little more at the end
Yeah.
to being an ending for those characters, because like if you really want to make another one, you can.
Yeah,
Like
it's
we're still
fine.
gonna see. We're still gonna
I'm
see
gonna
it. Like
I'll still
you
see
know,
it.
you don't have to wrap up every plot beat
Yeah, you don't have
in a
to.
sense. Like you can just
I think it's just like, just
just
don't lie to
give
me.
them an ending. Yeah, just give them an ending. You know, like
Yeah.
they can have the Born Identity ending where he gets her flowers or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
In their shop and goes.
And then it goes,
It's really funny.
and Extreme Ways plays, and then cuts the credits.
Yeah.
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 All right. Is there anything else? Because I don't want to keep you too long, because I know you got to go back to work.
No, I think that's I think that was about it. But yeah, overall, really, really solid franchise. I'd say start to finish. No, only like one misstep, but there's still stuff to enjoy in it. You know, like it's I'd say a really solid franchise and good movies.
Franchise.
We'll see if there's more or not. But
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the other thing is like, it's fine if they make more.
impressive.
I'll watch more. I'm not upset if they make more.
Impressive to have this level of consistency.
Yes.
As
Oh,
well
absolutely. Yeah, especially over
it's hard
like.
to make it's hard to make one movie good. So it's like to make like 5 really good movies. Like I'm talking like 4 through 8 are definitively all really good. Like it's like to make that many back to back is crazy. Off of 1 through 3, which are also good in their own ways. You know, like just to have that same.
Yeah, and over 30 years.
Or 30 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Again, very impressive. A very impressive run.
Yeah, through different eras of filmmaking and technology and directors and productions. Like it's crazy that they're all that good. You know, nothing about this should make any sense or be cohesive at all, but it kind of is.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Tom Cruise. We salute you. I think that's it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment. What's your ranking of Mission Impossibles? What are we wrong about? Did we get it wrong? Did we forget about a Mission Impossible movie that we didn't rank? Let us know. A secret movie that no one's seen? I don't know.
It's so impossible that it's not even out yet.
That's it. Thank you. Bye-bye.